Hello and welcome to Sam's Gospel Music Course Fall 2011. This is our first lesson for our advanced musicians. Our advanced keyboard and piano players are first. This is the Kojic, Church of God in Christ, Yes Lord, in the key of E flat. You should have already downloaded the course lesson from www.samsmusiccompany.com. You see under Advanced Keyboard Piano Fall 2011, Yes Lord. It's a PDF file you can download. You can view it on your computer, or you could print it out and have it placed with you. You see the lesson opening for warm-up. I'll cover that now. We always have you practice, or rather start every lesson by practicing the scale key of that lesson. You will see on the scale lesson we have the scale notes written out for you and the proper key fingering for practice. Sometimes when you're playing you don't use the key fingering for practice, but to know how to move your hands and how to warm them up is why we have that lesson. We ask you to go 2 octaves. And of course backwards. Now it's not there for left hand, but it's pretty much the same. There we go. Missed one there. This is just warm-up. Alright, let's continue on with the lesson. Now we had you to, as part of the lesson, to find the notes that are in the sheet music so that you can get a feeling for how the melody, as you notice the sheet music might be written in 4-part harmony, but we want you to do the melody because we're going to give you the gospel chords, if you want to call it that I've used and the approach that I've used with this song to sort of take it off the page and put it in a live setting. You found the notes, I have hope, by the time you view this video. If not, we're going to cover some of it, not all of it, just to give you an idea where we are. Okay, in the beginning of the sheet music, it starts off with yes, 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 yes. That is the Kojic, the traditional opening to the song. Most churches that I have written on the lesson says they start with the Yes Lord. But we're going to start with what's written here. And we noticed and we notated the I above the note means to hold at your discretion. Following the notes. And holding. And the last yes with the I above the note. Again, notes found within the scale. That's why we have you practice the scales, so that when you hear the notes played again, or as we practice them, you'll know that, oh, I don't have to go outside. Just stay within the framework of the scale. And this song is pretty much primarily within the framework of the scale, this being your highest note. Okay, let's go back to that yes. Now we've given you chords as part of your homework lesson to view, to show what we're going to use during the lesson. Now we gave you the first note, and we gave you a chord, this chord. I'm sure you, if you're looking at if you did your homework, I should say, you would know what this chord is. And we're just putting this chord above, or below, I should say, our melody. You know what that chord is. Again, this is primarily the opening of the lesson. Seen that chord in there? And I finish up with a little bass on the bottom and expand it to chords. Now you will see me do a lot of this in my playing. I'll give it a full feel. interpreting chords. And roll. If you want to call it a walk up. Some have different terminology to it. Depending upon how I'm playing it, I'll just roll them. Again, melody at the top. Now you'll see this chord in there. Now again, I've expanded it. That's one of the chords written on the chart, C+5. There's our F minor, our E flat diminished seventh, and then we'll roll back up. Now these chords are what you call in between the long pause. Yes, with the pause tone above it, what happens in between that? So you can fill it up. The next note. Still holding that first note. Now the bottom. Melody, right? All we give is the chord. C minor. That A flat minor 6. Right back into our E flat chord. And that's how, when you're approaching a song of this type, it's one of those emotional, inspirational songs. So you don't have to fill up the space. Just let it drop down. Following the chords found in a scale. That's a scale, believe it or not. That's all I'm doing. That's why I find when I teach scales are so important. I stress the major and the harmonic minor scale, but there are many other scales that a chord is built around. And you can again incorporate that in this type of a song. So we're still coming out of the, here's our A flat 7, A flat 6 rather, with an F bass, and resolve into our B flat 7th. That's all that is, a cadence. Now, the Yes Lord. Now that's what you're familiar with hearing. Or it depends upon what your church or the person leading the song does as to which way you're going to go with that melody. Now, of course, the melody that's on the sheet music, very generic. This is so that you get accustomed to how on paper it's written. Not everybody sings what's on sheet music. But as a musician, you have the fun part of now interpreting chords around it. So we've given you now the basic melody. We've given you the chords that you can write out and find in our chord charts of our course workbook, the different inversions. Like you may see me do this. Same chord, just expanded. I don't think I gave you the E flat 7th. diminished. I didn't give you this chord, but I gave you the C minor chord, which is a very offshoot of it. If I were to expand it out, or C minor out, just expand it out. Now you can go many ways with this, because you can say this is a C diminished, or E flat diminished, or G flat major diminished, or an A flat, A minor diminished, because the chords just expand in different inversions, and each time you change the root, you change the meaning of that chord. Root being the first note, diminished here, diminished here, diminished here, diminished here. So it's really, sometimes you don't worry about the name, but the sound. That's just an added trill you would add to the song. We've covered that. We've given you the names to practice. The purpose of this lesson is to get you familiar with the Kojic Yes Lord in the key of E flat. It can be sung in any key, but the same approach can be used in this key. Most musicians are playing it in F, as you saw in my demo video. Same chords. Start the song in the key of F. Diminished. So depending upon where they started, if they do it in D flat, learn the scale, see the chords that are in that scale. Because this chord, this change here is the same as this one, same in F, G flat, in G, in A flat. Depending upon what key or what tone scale you're in, learn the basic changes that associate with all the notes that's in that scale. And then the arpeggio thing. A broken chord. Melody at the top. You'll see me do this. That is to fill up the gap of space in between each pause. Bass at the bottom. Now from here you can go just about anywhere. Come out to where the melody is going to be. Little arpeggio. Just a little subtle change from an A flat 7th to an A flat minor 7th. I'm going to flat the 5th. A jazz tone. So, go back, review the melodies, review the chords, apply them when you practice, and if you can, send me a video or hit me up on Skype. Let me see how you're doing with this lesson to see if I can do any updates to it. Okay, see you again online.